And welcome to ChapterSkip. I'm Sean.
And I'm Joe.
And I'm Mark. And today we're going to do a trailer review for Rigor Mortis.
Now, the vampire genre was once a staple diet in Hong Kong, but has fallen off the wagon over the past few years. So I guess after witnessing the sparkling mess that was Twilight, first-time director Juno Mack has decided to put a little more teeth into the vampire genre again.
Director Juno Mack is probably best known for writing the movie Revenge, a Love Story, in which he also starred alongside the lovely Sora Oi. This movie, however, is written by relative newcomers Jill Leung and Philip Young, and it stars Kara Hui, Swee Ho Chin and Richard Ng. Or I'm not quite sure how you pronounce it.
The movie is also co-produced by Japanese director and writer Takeshi Shinzo, who's probably best known to Western audiences for being the man behind the Ju-On films and their remakes of The Grudge. He's also currently working on a live-action version of Kiki's Delivery Service, which is due out next year.
Anyway, back to Rigor Mortis.
Judging by the trailer and the screenshots released online, this movie looks like it's going to hold nothing back. And the film looks dark, disturbing and scary. All the main things for a good vampire movie.
The story is supposedly that of the tenants of a housing building in Hong Kong. The thing that makes these tenants special, though, is that they're not all exactly human. In fact, there's all manner of undead in there, including ghosts, zombies and vampires.
Sweet.
This trailer hints at the incredible visuals of the movie, and it's definitely done its job in getting me excited to see this film. The teaser shows you the tone of the movie, which looks to be a very dark, sombre feel, which gives you a good suggestion of the blood, guts and gore that's sure to ensue.
Although no sooner than the images of a bloody door and someone getting stabbed with scissors have been shown, we then get to see a glimpse of a guy leaping in slow motion, and he then cuts down a body of a hanging woman. And that sequence is very reminiscent of scenes that are in martial arts films. In fact, it turns out that this is just what the filmmakers are tapping into here, as the film is going to hark back to some of the classic martial arts / horror movies of the 80s. In fact, fans of the genre may have recognised the name of actor Swee Ho Chin, who of course starred in the classic 1985 movie Mr. Vampire. In fact, fans of Mr. Vampire will probably get a kick out of seeing a figure in the trailer doing that trademark hopping. And also, in a nice little reference, Swee Ho Chin is actually playing the part of a former vampire movie actor.
There's a lot of stuff here that fans of Asian cinema will hopefully enjoy, and the film looks like it's going to do a good job of doing a modern take on some old classics, with a few references thrown in there for good measure. The finished product isn't going to be to everyone's taste, but for any horror gore hounds out there, and for fans of Asian horror, with just a dash of kung fu, they'll be greatly rewarded.
The international rights to the movie have been picked up by Fortissimo Films, though it is still in post-production at this time, so there's no news yet on when it will be released here in the UK.
But when it does hit the shores of the UK and we can get our grubby little mittens on a copy, we'll bring you a full movie review, as well as dusting off our old plastic fangs from past Halloweens to put our own little twist on the film.
The film looks great and has a really nice visual style to it, and the soundtrack fitted the trailer nicely too. For me, it's one of those trailers that within the first few seconds I knew this was going to be my kind of movie, especially as I am a fan of movies like Mr. Vampire. The only issue for me now is, do I wait for the UK release, or will I get impatient and purchase an import copy of the film? I guess that's down to how far apart the release dates are going to be, so hurry up please, Fortissimo Films. An eager fan really wants to watch this movie.
This is definitely what a vampire film should be like. Forget your Blade and pussy Twilight films. Rigor Mortis is a real deal with stunning visuals and awesome gore. I cannot wait for this film.
When I saw the trailer had been released with the name Rigor Mortis, it kind of put me off, so I didn't bother watching it. And what a fool I was. So when Mark linked me to the trailer and I took a look, I was really kicking myself for not watching this earlier. The movie looks incredible from a stylistic point, and I'm glad that the vampires in this film are going back to the old ways and the early design of a vampire. So whatever we have to do to get our hands on a copy, must be done.
Thanks a lot for watching this trailer review for Rigor Mortis. Are you as excited as we are to watch this film? Leave a comment down below and let us know any thoughts you have on this trailer review. If you prefer, you can leave that comment on our Facebook wall, or you can tweet it to us. Any link you'll need is down below in the video description box. And before you head off, please subscribe to ChapterSkip. We appreciate everyone that does. Thanks.
And their remakes of The Judge.
What? I've not seen those. When did he do those, Sean? The Drudge, was it?
Have you heard of The Drudge? That's amazing.
The finished product isn't going to be to everyone's taste, but for any horror gorehounds out there, and for fans of Asian Fahrtaba, and also for fans of horror of the Asian flavour there, and for fans of Asian horror.
In fact, it turns out that this is just what the filmmakers are tapping into here, as the film is going to hark back to some of the classic martial
And the film looks dark, disturbing, and scary. All the main things.
There's nothing worse than a disturbing film.